Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I am now here in the beautiful city of Florence after a 2-hour train ride from Venice. And let me tell you something, somebody has left the fucking radiators on here. I am probably the wettest I have ever been. That's what she said. No, in fact, that's not even what she said, because if you can see me now, I look like a boiled lobster with melted butter. I am glistening like a glazed fucking donut right now. It is 38 degrees Celsius, feels like 40. Yeah, this is going to be a hot one, people. This is going to be a very hot one. Right, they have given me a free upgrade. I've never stayed in something as grand as this in my life. We've been staying in Premier Inns and travel lodges for the past few days, so absolutely insane. I have no idea, and it's got a garden as well. Let me show. Look at that. I'm absolutely gobsmacked. Florence Sweets, ladies and gentlemen. Highly recommended. I suppose if you don't ask for an upgrade, you don't get. So, travel tip. I mean, he's ruining the picturesque side things, a binman, but yeah, it's stunning. Florence is stunning. I'd heard it's a beautiful city, but until you come here, you can't really appreciate it through videos and things like that. But let me tell you about the heat. The heat is unbelievable, and what's making the heat worse is the breeze. Normally you crave a breeze, but the breeze is like a fucking hairdryer. It's seriously boiling here. So yeah, craving a nice cold pint, but Italian beer and me don't quite get on. Moretti gives me a headache, so does Peroni. And then obviously you got Peretti, which I did like at one point, but I've completely and utterly gone off of Peretti now. I did have that craft one the other day, which was pretty all right, but yeah, Italian lager and me isn't quite. We're not really friends. But that being said, I'm absolutely craving a naughty little pinty. So first bar, I think we'll head there. Something to mention as well is a lot of restaurants don't open until 7 o'clock in the evening. They have like an afternoon siesta, I suppose, 3 o'clock. They shut their doors for lunch and they don't reopen until about 7 o'clock. So if you're hungry before then, you're pretty much fucked. Is what it is. Right, pint secured. It's the Lions Fountain pub in Florence, an Irish pub. Lions Craft, 4.8%, pint, €6. I suppose you're in the heart of Florence. Cheers. It's another solid pint. I haven't yet to have a bad pint for my travels. I really am. Let's say €6. It's Lions Craft. I don't know whether this is a brand of pubs in Florence, but yeah, not bad. What's that? 5 bottles for €20. What's that? €4 a bottle. Not too bad, I suppose. Not too bad. As I say, in London you're paying £7 for a pint, so yeah. There you go. Here's the boozer. The Lions Fountain, Irish pub. Open since 1995. See that it was awarded the best pub in Italy in 2018, which is, you know, fair play to them. What's happened for the rest of the fucking time here? Looks dirty, right? I don't know about you lot, but I do like a dirty old pub. I like a pub that feels dirty, it feels sticky, it feels like people have been in here. And that's what this pub offers. Branded pint glass. I don't think the last one was, but a branded pint glass here. As I say, Lions Craft. I don't know whether it's only brewing here, whether the Lions Fountain is a pub that's known around Italy. I've got no idea, but it's a very nice lager, quite easy to go with. It reminds me a little bit of an Amstel in terms of how sort of easy it is. The rest of them on tap, not sort of to my choosing. I don't really drink Stella, don't drink Guinness, and the rest of them never really heard of. But yeah, the Lions Fountain. If you're in Florence, come in. If you're in Florence and you've seen this video, come in. You can see where I'm sitting. I'll buy you a pint. How about that? Or buy me one, you fucking tight fuckers. Alright, because these videos ain't fucking earning me anything. Cheers. Right, this is another Italian lager. It's another sort of pilsner. It's a fruity affair. I like a head on mine, and you know, men should try a head just once in your life. Yeah, this has got a nice solid head. It's bubbling away. Apparently, they say that if the bubbles stick to the side, it means a dirty glass. We don't have many bubbles sticking to the side of the glass, so you know the glass is nice and clean. You know, I'm just doing a little bit of research as to what makes a good pint. Cheers, everyone. Ladies and gentlemen, if you've been watching my videos and you've been keeping up with the London pub review travel, and you've been wanting to know his opinion on things, okay, I'm yet to have a bad pint. Thank you. I'm on a lucky run with beer. I'm on a lucky run with food. Put the lottery on. Put the lottery on. Okay. My lucky number is number 8. Put the lottery on. If you win the lottery, give us a tenner and I can buy a round. All right. And if you're in Florence, hit me up. Cheers. We'll be having a few pinties tonight, baby. Ladies and gentlemen, we have just had one of probably the worst meals I've ever had in my life. I mean, I'm genuinely one of the most calm and laid-back person. If a meal's shit, I will eat it. We've just went to a restaurant, got a Caesar salad, absolutely fine. Love it, love a Caesar salad. Ordered our main courses, a calzone and a pizza. A fairly sort of straightforward thing to order. After about an hour and 20 minutes, we sort of said, you know, what's going on, what's happening with our food, and they said, oh, okay, no worries, we'll come back to you. So I waited another 20 minutes and they come back with the order, and the order was wrong. So the pizza that we was given was wrong, and the calzone which I had ordered didn't have the filling inside of it. So again, I said, like, you know, this is wrong, and so we was only charged for a Caesar salad and 2 drinks. So we thought. We was also charged for bread that was just delivered to the table. You have no choice. We was charged €5 for that bread. You have no choice, but you just get slammed on your table. So I just assumed, oh, maybe it's free, like, you know, Italian restaurants in England. No, that was €5. €42 for 2 drinks, bread, and a Caesar salad. There you go. So if you're in Florence, just be very careful. They ended up giving us one of the right things. So I'm about to find a homeless man somewhere so I can give him the pizza, and hopefully he will enjoy. But yeah, gutted, because it's a beautiful little place. Just obviously, yeah, it must have been a tourist trap, I assume. But there you go. Let's find a homeless man. Let's bless his day, and let's enjoy the rest of the trip. All right, so that's the pizza dropped off. I'm not going to film it for people. You get loads of content creators that want to shove a fucking camera in a homeless man's face for clout. We're not about that on this channel. We're about giving people strength and pride. I did go to drop off the pizza to one homeless man, and just to show you that the poor people in the world are better than the rich, he said no, because he has already eaten something this evening, and he pointed us out to another homeless man who was actually asleep on the steps of a church. We just sort of quite silently said "scusi," and yeah, he sort of accepted it and then went back to bed. Might be his breakfast in the morning, who knows? But just to show that the poor people in the world are much better than the rich. The rich people are an absolute disgrace to the country. They would have taken it. If I'd have said to a fucking Englishman walking out wearing Gucci, got a free pizza, he'd have nabbed it 100%. But the fact that a poor person, poor himself, on the streets will sit there and say to you, no, because I've eaten tonight already, I'm okay, and point out another man, just shows you that the poor people carry this fucking world. Absolutely carry this world. Look at that, ladies and gentlemen. Florence, Italy. Gorgeous place. As I say, yeah, disappointing dinner. I'm still fucking hungry. You know what I mean? But do you know when you pay €50 for a fucking drink and a Caesar salad? It's mental. So what we're going to do is have a little pinty in an Irish bar, because when all else fails, look at that. Sorry, just look at that. Unreal. When all else fails, an Irish bar is somewhere you can lean on as a Brit, as an Englishman. You can lean on an Irish bar. So we're gonna have a little pinty, and then maybe, hopefully, they're still doing food, and we can just have chips or something to eat. Because, as I say, we have not eaten since 11 o'clock this morning, when we had a sandwich on the train. And then I've had a fucking Caesar salad that cost me €50, ladies and gentlemen. €50 Caesar salad. But we are probably where Caesar once lived. But yeah, as I say, man, the homeless people, yeah, if you can do your bit without shoving a fucking camera in their face. They don't need that. Do you know what I mean? They're probably ashamed of their situation. They don't fucking need that. Do good things without the need of attention. That's my message to you all. But we're having a pinty, ladies and gentlemen. We're having a pinty, yeah. Big up. This is the problem, because look how stunning it is, right? And you feel like you're moaning because of dinner, but we're not moaning. That's the big thing I want to put out there, right? It's beautiful. The place is stunning. We just had a bad dinner. We've obviously fell for a little tourist trap, which does happen on this trip. So just be careful if you're over in Italy. Just be careful. There are a lot of tourist traps around. And they're very good at fucking roping you in. The guy at the front of house guy is phenomenal. I mean, what a member of staff he will be. He was like, I can get you water for the table. Come sit here. I didn't realise that the water was you had to pay for it. But that's part of travelling. That's part of life. That's part of experiencing shit. But we are not moaning, because it's an absolutely stunning place. And thus far, Italy's. The Italians have been phenomenal in Venice, especially. We had a little bite to eat in a family-run restaurant, and it was absolutely stunning. So we are far from moaning. Just you know what I mean. Just be careful if you're ever travelling. Just be careful of the tourist traps, because they can rope you in, and then you are paying an extortionate amount for what you're getting. But as I say, we've done something good out of it, and do you know what I mean? You can pay it forward. If you can pay it forward, man. We had a bad dinner, but if somebody else is eating good tonight, that wouldn't have been eating good tonight, then that's a win-win. That is a win-win. Went to the Irish bar. So busy in there, and it's so hot, so much body heat. So we're quite quickly out of that Irish bar, but we're walking down a little strip. So there will be a place to get another pinty and an Aperol Spritz, because right now I am craving a nice cold pint of stunning, gorgeous lager. A flat, but either way, a pinty secured, ladies and gentlemen, and an Aperol Spritz. Back in the Irish bar we was in earlier. It's so hot, and this is the closest to the hotel. basically. So we're going there. There is also a rock bar on the way back to the hotel, so we'll be going in there. We will be checking that out, and I will obviously, as always, be videoing it for you. Yeah, Florence is stunning, absolutely gorgeous. The streets are clean. Yeah, the people are friendly. A lot of American, English, Irish tourists, and of course, obviously, you've got the Italian tourists themselves. Yeah, it's just so hot, guys. Honestly, I cannot describe the heat that is radiating around in Florence. Even here, it's got air conditioning, and it's not making it's not touching the sides of anyone. Absolutely boiling. This did play little by little earlier, so we're hoping for a little bit more Oasis. I am one of the lucky few people that went to go see Oasis at Wembley before I started the travelling, and I'm still on the high from it. Anybody that let me have a sip. Anybody that went to Oasis anywhere, you'll understand the absolute high that you're feeling right now. This is where we are this evening, ladies and gentlemen. If you are in Florence and you want a pint, hit me up, right? London Pub Reviews on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, London Pub Reviews. We are in the Lion's Fountain in Florence, Irish pub, open since 1995. Irish best pub in 2018. Beautiful. Day 2 here in Florence, Italy. We are on our way to see one of the most iconic historical pieces of art known to mankind. Of course, I'm talking about David, Big Dave. We're there to see you, Dave. We're coming for you. Right, ladies and gentlemen, we have made it in there. Do the skip the line thing. If you're coming to Florence, do a skip the line. It is pure and utter chaos, to say the least. But we have made it into the building. As to where David is, we do not know. But yeah, we've made it into the building. It's just complete chaos. That's how I can describe it. Today they're at capacity, so do, as I say, do the skip the line. It's going to save you so much hassle. And just like that, very early on in the exhibition, there's the geezer, there's Dave. They depict him in the way that they wanted to for the Battle of David and Goliath. Apparently it took 2 years to build. He was placed outside the town hall in Florence. However, he cited there was a bit of vandalism that went on during riots in the 1800s, so they moved him into this art gallery. Yeah, there you go. I mean, it's incredible. It's become a symbol of the pride of Florence. That's what they say. It's the pride of Florence to have something like this. Because Florence themselves believe that they are David amongst the Goliath cities in Italy, like Rome and places like that. So that's why he's such a symbol of Florence. And you know something, I thought it was going to be absolutely mobbed around it, but it's not. It's incredible. So I feel blessed to be here. Really good. Florence is absolutely amazing. I love Florence. It's gorgeous. It's stunning. It's so fucking hot. I cannot describe to you the heat of Florence. The heat that's coming. It's just radiating around. It is literally sweltering. They're saying it's like 39 degrees. It definitely feels hotter than that. Everything is sweaty. I'm sweating from parts of my body that I didn't even know existed. And it's not just me, it's like everyone. Obviously not the locals, it's like everyone is so fucking hot. So yeah, but I absolutely love it. It's stunning, it really is stunning. Seeing David, incredible. It was absolutely amazing to be there. But yeah, it's so fucking hot. So afternoon siesta probably inbound, I reckon. When in Florence, apparently you've got to taste an affogato. I'm not really quite sure how you delve in, but it's basically coffee and ice cream. I think you can either mix it and drink it, or you can use a spoon.
mean, it looks an absolute mess. Looks like a swamp.
And with that, I think Florence is complete. The art, the culture, but more importantly, the fucking heat. It's very hot, very warm. Florence, I will be back. Definitely, I will be back. Next one, on to Rome tomorrow morning. 2-hour train, straight into Rome. That one's going to be busy, busy, busy. But Florence, until next time, arrivederci.